During the 105th sitting of the National Assembly on Monday, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlall rose to move the Representation of People Act Ropa 2025. He explained that the bill is intended to fortify the electoral system, enhance transparency, ensure accountability of election officials, and establish penalties for any attempt to derail the process. The Attorney General highlighted that one of the significant changes is the creation of electoral sub-districts in Regions 3, 4, and 6. He emphasized that Region 4, Guyana's most populous electoral district, will be divided into sub-districts including the East Bank and East Coast of Demerara.
Intent of those amendments are to ensure that in these very populous districts, we have the tabulation exercise, which would ordinarily have been done by the returning officer in one central place in each electoral district, that this exercise will take place not in one central place, but will be done in electoral sub-districts, which we have created now.
AG Ford explained that a new officer referred to as a supernumerary returning officer will oversee the tabulation of votes in each sub-district.
But we are dealing here with electoral miscreants. And you can't leave anything. You can't leave anything to chance here.
Meanwhile, Senior Counsel and Opposition Member of Parliament Roysdale Ford expressed strong opposition to the bill. He argued that the government has repeatedly failed to present legislation that would ensure a fair, credible, and properly functioning electoral system. Ford warned that passing the bill would give the Guyana Elections Commission, GECOM, specifically the Commissioner of Registration, excessive and troubling authority.
Exercising discretion, Mr. Speaker, in relation to whether persons who are qualified to vote will be allowed to be registered, and to permit persons who are disqualified to remain on the register.
He added that 5 years after the 2020 elections, GECOM remains hostage to legislation and the government's failure to implement meaningful electoral reform.
This government has failed to implement the recommendations from every single election observer from the 2020 elections.
Ford also criticized GECOM for its lack of initiative in reviewing the last election or producing any internal assessment of the process.
They have failed to conduct a review, a comprehensive review. They have failed to identify any recommendations of its own.
Since the controversial 2020 general and regional elections, electoral reform has been a top legislative priority for the ruling PPPC government. Tiana reporting for the HGP 93 News.